Australians, we're genetically gifted to have superhuman abilities to identify rock. Wow. But indeed it would be used as an outpost or a chakur, because as you can see, your ability to see the enemy from a vast distance at this point is incredible. If you guys think my Pharrell Williams look, if I'm doing a better look than Pharrell Williams, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, give me a like if you think I'm rocking the Pharrell Williams look. And people over in the distance are looking at me like, why is this Gora raising his voice? Is he an aggressive, random, crazy white man? Alright guys, just gonna pull over real quick. 2 minutes. Just gonna pull over for 2 minutes real quick. I'll show you guys something amazing. And it's not the goats, even though the goats are quite beautiful. Guys, look at this. Whoa, man. I don't want to step on any cow dung or goat dung. God, if I slip and fall, bye bye. Where's some strong rocks to stand on? Over here. People might be like, Fozzie, how do you know which rock to stand on? Well, Australians, we're genetically gifted to have superhuman abilities to identify rock. Wow. Look at that. Oh. Wow. I'm just getting my Gerbeck out, my belly out to catch some air. But anyway. Wow. Now some of these rocks here look cut. Like it doesn't all look... Huh. Interesting. Okay. Time to head back. But what an exceptional view. Makes me think of the peace and prosperity that a nation can hold when it has a vision, when it has some ideals of where it wants to see itself, not just in 4 years, but also in 40 years or 400 years, or if you're really brazen and the society is able to back you, 4,000 years. And this is what 4,000 years is able to achieve. Peace and prosperity. I hope you could visualize it because I can, and if you can't, well, sucked in. Hey guys, so I had a bit of a technical error. The GoPro was set on time-lapse mode. I'll do my best not for this issue to happen again. But essentially what this video is showing is Songar Fort, or what is referred to as Songar Fort. So I had a bit of a look around. I came to a determination pretty quickly that it's not a fort. It's more like an outpost, a scouting outpost, you know, essentially for watchmen or watch guards to look over the valley, to look over the topography from a strategic standpoint, and detect scouts or small warband parties and things of that nature. So I'm explaining all of this in the video essentially, and just showing, you know, the sort of reasons why I think it is actually an outpost as opposed to a fort. yeah, I show some of the architectural uniqueness to this spot. Obviously right now I'll be probably looking at some red granite, things like that, which is quite interesting. And then I go down to the gate and essentially, you know, say that, you give a little brief of the gate itself and whatnot. But yeah, it's certainly not a fort. It is more of a lookout, an outpost, as you would see it, something like in like Age of Empires and whatnot. So yeah, I'm sorry for this part of the footage. I wish that the time lapse didn't happen, but it did. So sucked in. All right, guys. So we're at another destination. This destination is called Rani Rupmati Palace. Now, the history of this palace is an interesting one. I've only done some light reading. I didn't even know it existed, to be honest, up until this morning. It was built by a gentleman named the Sultan of Malwa, Baz Bahadur. And Baz Bahadur was a Mughal that kind of defected against his family, I guess, in some way, shape or form, and fell in love with the consort, who ended up being his consort, Rani Roopmati. And she was a Hindu woman. Apparently she was very beautiful, and he fell in love with her. And Aurangzeb and some other Mughal forces eventually recaptured this palace. But I'll take you guys up to the top. Now, I think it was built in the 1500s is when it was first commissioned. Now, you're not supposed to take video, but you got to pay extra charges. So I paid the extra charges and the extra fees down the bottom, and they said, that's okay, sir. So we'll see. And I'll argue with them that I've paid those extra fees and they can go down the bottom and ask the guy. But anyway, I'll take you guys up to the fort. Namaskar. Okay. Okay. Wow. Sundar. So it doesn't really look like much like what you would imagine a palace to be. It kind of resembles an outpost more than anything, which I think in Hindi is chakur or chakar. I think it's chakur, which I think, as I said, in Hindi means outpost. So I googled that just when I got back into the car after the Songar fort. But as you can see, there's not really a lot of space to accommodate. I mean, it's enough space to accommodate 2 people, of course, but judging by the layout, look, you could argue it's some sort of summer palace or winter palace or just a holiday house, but I wouldn't say that this is the main residency, just because, well, there's no aqueduct facilities. There's no, at least here directly, there's maybe some down the road. But either way, I'm not dismissing it. I think it's a very beautiful place. It's very cool. I don't know if we can get up on top. I'll have a look. But yeah, wow. I'm gonna go back through and just have a quick walk. and some of the views that it has. Oh wow, yeah, this is definitely, look, I'm quite confident that this would have been used not just as some form of a summer palace or a romantic getaway, but indeed it would be used as an outpost or a chakur, because as you can see, your ability to see the enemy from a vast distance at this point is incredible. If you saw an army of 10,000 soldiers, 20,000 soldiers on horse, chariots, you know, forms of carts, etc., you would be able to see 10,000 people moving together from this distance. And obviously the bodies of water you can see, so you've got a very good geographical positioning, strategic positioning in fact, if you want to have a dominion over a particular area. And I imagine that this place, this Rani Rupmati Palace, where Baz Bahadur and Rani Roopmati fell in love or came here to exchange love, then I would assume, or I would be one to interject and say this may have been used prior to the events of their historical context as more of an outpost. But oh, there's a spot down there, apparently people coming up the stairs. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm going off on a tangent. As you can see, the layering of the wall is inaccurate. This is probably incomplete or was destroyed or was broken down at some point. There may have indeed been something quite higher, in fact, that allowed soldiers maybe to walk along this, probably holding no more than 2 soldiers adjacent at either time. It's only speculation. I really don't know. Oh, there is something else. What is this? So this would be, I guess this would be like, I don't even know if you would consider this to be the ground level, but it's certainly a spot to hang out. You've got a bench top to kick back on, maybe to lay down, or as I said, maybe this was to store materials. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Sundur hai. Rani Rupmati Sundur hai. Cool, man. All right, gonna get going. So I'm glad no one told me off for having a video camera, but as I said, I paid the fee, so it's all good. All right, off to the next destination, which is Mavan. I can't think right now. The Lohani Caves is where we're going to next. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye. I did something. I'm rocking the Pharrell Williams look. This sweet baby cost me $4. Huh? Namaskar. I've got to find my driver. I think he's there. He's probably going to be like, what did this Gora do? He bought himself a hat. Dilip, mera sundar. Okay, we're gonna get, oh. We're gonna get going. And I think we're next to the Lohani Caves. We're gonna check it out in Mandav. Okay. Okay. Chalo, chalo. That was very beautiful. And I'm glad I use video recorder. Beautiful, Sundar. So we're gonna head off to the Lohani Caves and check them out. Lohani Caves next.
Baz Bahadur.
Oh.
Baz Bahadur Mahal.
Bhai, not enough time. Nahi time, no time.
What time? One है जहाज महल है.
But museum close 5 p.m.
What time?
Okay. He's saying we have enough time. So I'll take him on his word. Okay. So if you guys think my Pharrell Williams look, if I'm doing a better look than Pharrell Williams, leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like if you think I'm rocking the Pharrell Williams look better than Pharrell Williams. I'm an absolute donkey. But anyway, Baz Bahadur. Baz Bahadur. So this must be the ground section, I assume. Baz Bahadur's Palace. Acha, okay. Wow. The palace is built on the hill slope of the east of the Rewakund. On the entrance arch is a Persian inscription stating that the palace was built by Nasruddin in 1508. Baz Bahadur took a fancy for the palace on account of its close proximity to the Rewakund, which was frequented by by his lover queen Rupmati. Okay, let's quickly check this out. Now this is apparently a palace. So, big beautiful gates. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Hello. I am well, how are you? Fantastic. Whoa, man. Wow. Okay, this definitely looks like the entrance to a palace. You've got that front courtyard, and then you've got a central court. Yeah, this is definitely. See, the place we just went to, you can see the difference, right? Like you can see that this would definitely be a palace. This would be a central pool that people would frolic in, wash clothes in, etc. You have the surrounding hallways that would house things such as bedrooms, such as cooking stations, and then a view of the dominion that Baz Bahadur would hold. So this is definitely a palace, but the place up top is a chakur. That place is an outpost. There's no way that that's a palace. Whoa, this is really cool, guys. Oh wow, there's still more. Wow. Okay, so this would be maybe where the living quarters are, I would say. A side entrance out to a garden, maybe a back entrance or an escape route. I don't even know if you guys can see this. There should be enough light, but the camera's showing it's pretty dim in here. Oh wow. I'll take a quick wander around the garden. Oh, that's the toilets. And there's kids playing down there. Woo! So your voice echoes. This is very well designed, in fact. Your voice bounces, the sound bounces back. So if you need to make a speech, if you've got your confidants, your generals in a place like this, in this kind of courtyard, where you can be the center focal point, your voice bounces around so everyone can hear it. Now, I'm just speaking at a reasonable tone. This is me speaking at a reasonable tone right now, and is indeed, I can hear it is it's quite loud. But if I raise my voice, the sound bounces around and people over in the distance are looking at me like, why is this Gora raising his voice? Is he an aggressive, random, crazy white man? Gee. I'm gonna take some photos shortly. Oh, cool, there's a little well over there. So this is a garden area. Beautiful, man, absolutely beautiful. This is, I'm not sure what this is. This is just artificial stone. Oh, must have been for a renovation. This may be some form of a library where maybe Baz Bahadur would sit and think about his next plan of attack, or think about Rani Rupmati and how beautiful she was and how much he was in love with her. Cool. Very, very cool. Okay, I'm gonna take some photos and then jet off to the Lohani Caves, where I'll finally get to see the caves. Oh my God, what a trip. This was a lot more footage than I was expecting. Man, I think I've done in 2 days, I've done like 10 hours of footage. It's gonna take me ages to navigate, but that's okay. Okay guys, I'll talk to you guys soon. And the next time you'll see my face will be either in the car or at Lohani Caves. Maybe, I don't know. If my driver Dilip keeps sending me to random places, then we'll see what happens. But anyway, ciao.